This is Dolynny TV, and yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, I told you not to panic. Well, oh boy! It is time to panic. Ladies and gentlemen, one bad loss for the Oilers, one effort in which they didn't show up to the third period, and all of a sudden, oh my goodness, this Oilers team ready for some changes. And with that, let's get to this lineup as we get into tonight's game preview. Yeah, you talk about panic. Yeah, something's gone wrong here. Something's different. Something's weird. Something's not normal. How about R&H up on the top line? Well, I don't see Draisaitl. I don't see Yamamoto next to his name. That's not good at all, my friends. R&H promoted to the top line, but actually, this is perfectly fine. This is perfectly dandy. This is perfectly good. You know what? No panic necessary. I'm just having a little bit of fun with you this morning, trying to get my energy level up to survive a 10-minute video after rolling out of bed at 10:30 in the morning after finally grinding through that entire week that was Monday to Friday. Ennis, Draisaitl, Yamamoto. That is your second line tonight, and realistically, not much of a change from shifting out RNH to Ennis. I think the words I was looking for yesterday is a poor man's this. I think Tyler Ennis is a little bit equivalent in a way to an RNH in terms of what he can do on the ice, and especially in a supporting role. Two guys like Draisaitl and Yamamoto, I think Tyler Ennis is going to benefit quite a bit, and this could be exactly what you're looking to balance out that McDavid line, right? Obviously, we've seen some struggles having Neil try and get going up there. It's just not quite his thing, and that was time eternal so far this season that it hasn't been his thing. And then you have Zach Kassian, of course. He's been succeeding pretty much all year playing with Connor McDavid, so keep him up there. And of course, Josh Archibald, good fill in. He does well up there once in a while. And the other side, too, is just simply trying to figure out how you get Andres Athanasiou started. Well, you see what he's going to and where he's playing tonight, and we'll get to that in a minute. So, RNH, McDavid-Kassian, look for this line to absolutely light it up because you know what? RNH, he loves playing with Connor McDavid almost about as much as Leon Draisaitl does. These two, they get going, they can get on one mean of a streak. And think about this, right? Is RNH McDavid late in the season? Oh, yeah, shades of what, 17, 18 for you? Just a different fact here is Zach Kassian's a bona fide NHLer, unlike Ty Ratty, for those of you who missed what I'm getting at when it comes to 17, 18. And this Draisaitl Yamamoto, well, ladies and gentlemen, take it and run for it. As long as we keep Draisaitl and Yamamoto together, good things are going to happen. Tyler Ennis looked very sharp up there with Connor McDavid, so to sit here and worry about him on a second line role with those two, why would you, right? Like I said, it's time to panic? No. No, it's not. This is good. I'm actually loving what I'm seeing in this lineup from Bob Stauffer for tonight's game against the Columbus Blue Jackets at 8 p.m. on Hockey Night in Canada. Athanasiou, Sheehan, Archibald. Guys, this is a fun one, right? Is simply put, we've been trying to find how to most effectively use Andres Athanasiou. And you know what? He had a fantastic game last game. In terms of what he had done probably the past two or three, that was a huge step forward for him. You think about that crossbar where he could have easily suddenly changed that game on a dime, scoring that goal instead of hitting the crossbar. But that shot, right? That shot was what is more to me, as I'm trying to rock my shoulders here, more to me the important part. I didn't care if it was a goal or not. Just the fact that he shot that puck and got that almost good of a result. Ooh, that was exactly what we were looking for sure. Now, Neil, Kara, Chase on. This is frustrating, right? Jujhar Kara, if he keeps doing something, we'd be exactly excited. But the only thing is, realistically, if you're looking at what Jujhar Kara has over Gaetan Oss in a fourth line center role, he's a penalty killer, right? He's an elite penalty killer paired up with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. That is why he's there. That's why he continues to get the ice time over Gaetan Oss. That's about the only justification I can find to continue to give him the ice time over Gaetan Oss. And now the problem is, if there's an injury, Haas is waiting in the wings. Problem is, do we want any more injuries? No sirree, thank you very much. Now, getting to this. This is the exciting part. This is the big news of the day. Ooh, yes sirree. Oscar Klefbom is back in town, back in the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers versus the Columbus Blue Jackets this evening, paired up with Adam Larson, and look at how quickly everything kind of goes back to normal except for what are the Oilers doing here? This is not exactly what I'd be looking for today out of the Edmonton Oilers. Is, yeah, you know what? The first reply to Bob Stauffer on Twitter is about that third pair, and we'll get to that in a minute. Nurse Bear, they've been looking all right. You know what? I realistically to say if I caught them on the ice against Chicago, probably not. I could check the stats and tell you what happened there, but I'm just willing to move on and forget the Chicago game, right? I was looking to get the job done, and we didn't. So you know what? Move on, get the job done against Columbus tonight, right? Jones, Chris Russell. That is what I just alluded to. Is simply put, this is not what I want to see out of the Edmonton Oilers. You'd prefer to have Jones and Benning because, simply put, the Oilers are almost friggin' unstoppable when Matthew Benning is in the lineup. That's a stupid stat. Seriously, you want to talk about the games he's played? I'll tell you how many games in a row the Edmonton Oilers have lost when Matt Benning is in the lineup. Like how many times multiple game losing streaks have happened this year. So let me get the game logs, get me down to 2019-2020. So the Oilers obviously have yet to have two losses back to back. Florida, Detroit back in end of October there. And then the Oilers have lost back to back start of February, Arizona, San Jose. And that's the only two times. Oh, actually, depending how you want to look at this one, Boston, Minnesota, 19th, 21st. So that was an OT loss. So the Oilers have only lost two straight in regulation with Matt Benning in the lineup twice this year. Twice this year. Three if you count an overtime loss and then a regulation loss. That's kind of what I'm getting at, right? The Oilers just do not lose when Matt Benning is in the lineup. So that's my frustrating part there. Now Mike Smith, a little bit of a rough night against Chicago. I don't know what to tell you there. I wish I could have paid attention, but I was pretty much snoozing throughout the entire game. I could hear it. I could see shapes, but wouldn't be able to tell you the regular analysis I do because, my goodness, that was that was a tough night, and I think some well-earned rest is going to do me some good for tonight's game against the Blue Jackets. I'll tell you that much. Now Koskinen over Smith. This is a no-brainer, right? Koskinen came in and did the job against Chicago, got the job done, and didn't give up any more goals. Gave the Oilers a chance to stay in and win it. And of course, Koskinen had that brilliant game against the Dallas Stars in which he technically stole one, but the Oilers as a team stole one just by hanging around and doing the bare minimum to win. And hey, we'll take it, we'll run with it, and we'll be good with it. So back to that top line, I think tonight it would be a big night for probably Connor McDavid. That said, a big night for Connor McDavid probably means a hat trick for either Kassian or RNH because you look at this way, right? This line, just want to talk a little bit about how this line sets up because it's exactly how you'd want a Connor McDavid line to set up. You've got a bona fide shooter who can kill the puck, right? RNH can put the puck home like nobody else on this team. Like, yeah, Draisaitl, McDavid obviously can put the puck home, but RNH, that wrist shot is just unreal. Guys, the more we see it, the more we realize how unreal that slap shot is, or wrist shot is. Now, Connor McDavid, guy can distribute the puck. He knows how to distribute the puck to both Kassian and RNH. He's done it multiple times, multiple games before. So we don't have to worry about him not knowing how to put it on the tape for a guy like RNH or putting it on the tape for Zach Kassian. Because tape-to-tape passes are easy enough, right? You can make a tape-to-tape pass. But if you don't hit the tape where the guy can shoot the puck, end of the day, it ain't going to go in, right? But he's done that for both Kassian. He's done that for RNH, so we're looking forward to that. And Zach Kassian, I think tonight is just simply put, go to work. Have yourself a Zach Kassian night. Not what our opponents would think a Zach Kassian night is, but a Zach Kassian night in which you're grinding in front of the net, you're poking loose pucks home, you're battling along the end boards, you're crashing and you're banging, and you're just shifting that momentum because you got two elite superstar players on your other two positions on your line going to work and getting pucks to you, getting pucks to each other, and getting pucks going in the net. So I think that's exactly what I'm really excited to see is just this is if there is ever going to be balance in the Edmonton Oilers lineup where the top six is maximized, I think tonight after the acquisitions of Ennis and Athanasiou, I think this is it. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's kind of the thing I'm going with. I don't want to talk about this being 100%, but this could quite well be it. So Ennis, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, and then you look at this bottom six, even the fourth line. That, if you were talking about James Neal start of the year, if you were talking about Alex Chiasson last year, and you were talking about Jujhar Khaira being the prototypical penalty killing fourth liner, that's a perfect line, right? So there is a lot to look at and a lot to love about this Edmonton Oilers line, because guess what? For the first time all season, I am ready to declare the Oilers have a first line, a second line, a third line, and a fourth line in the forward. There's no 3A, 3B. There's no 4A, 4B. It is line 3. It is line 4. And ladies and gentlemen, that is fantastic, because guess what? This is kind of a weird combo, right? This line combination for the Edmonton Oilers, having Athanasiou, Sheahan, Archibald on the third line, that is somehow, some way, now this late in the season, a scoring shutdown third line, right? This third line can play some penalty kill. Obviously, Sheahan, Archibald, Athanasiou doesn't. But you talk about it, right? If Athanasiou is going to be a little bit weaker on pucks, that allows Sheahan and Archibald to clutch down a little bit more, so that's fine. And of course, that's okay, because Athanasiou, if you're going to be a little bit weaker on the puck, look for that breakout pass and go for a run, kid. That's all we got to say, right? Go for a run, go score a goal. That's all it comes down to. And Neal, Khaira, Chiasson, guys, that's a goal-scoring fourth line that also has the ability to play power play and penalty kill. So that's your extra line, but those guys are very crucial to the success of this team on special teams. You get where I'm going, right? As it all works out. Because you think Neal's going to be PO'd to be on the fourth line. He's going to get lots of power play time, so you don't have to worry about that. And Columbus had a rough go of it lately on the power play as well. And then Alex Chiasson, of course, he's going to get power play time. Jujhar Khaira is going to get penalty kill time. So you want to talk about balanced ice time. This is as close to perfect as the Oilers can get in their lineup. Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Klefbom back tonight. New top line, new second line, new third line, new fourth line. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. Let's go Oilers. I will catch you in the next one.